Good day everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's talk about midlife minimalism or minimalism for mature woman or man. I will define mature or midlifers from 40 and above. A lot of the videos on minimalism online tend to be of single male, or if it's female they tend to be in their 30s. There's really not a lot of videos on mature men or women about minimalism, and hence I wanted to do this video. There are a lot of things that midlifers go through. They tend to be the empty nesters, or they're looking after sick parents, or they're going through divorce and separation, or loss of a job, or they are having health issues. The concept of simple living or minimalism, whilst it's the same principles when you apply it to younger generation or single people, I think the principles remain the same. The execution and meaning will be different for older or mature people. I think because of all these changes that happen with midlifers and mature people, it makes sense to really focus more on minimalism and simple living. This is the best time to really take stock of our lives, go through our past experiences, at the same time look at what we really want to pursue in the next decades of our lives. It's also a good way to restart and recharge life, especially if you're going through divorce and separation, loss of a job. These are the times where it's actually great to reset or recharge and start over. And to me, the best way to do that is to focus on a simplified and minimalist lifestyle. It just does make sense. I think here on YouTube there are a number of mature people who are doing videos on downsizing, and that's great as well, because in principle that aligns with minimalist and simple living. Minimalism isn't about emptiness for the sake of emptiness. You are not getting rid and decluttering stuff for the purpose of having an empty space, but rather making room to move freely, think clearly, and essentially opening ourselves to the wonder and beauty of life. Our focus changes after a certain age, and I believe that we start realizing that minimalism and simple living are ideas that are much bigger than deciding what to declutter in our lives. Because in midlife, you are less tolerant of people who waste your time, also of work that is meaningless, and experiences that suck the life out of you. We don't want all these things anymore. We've been through that, we've gone through it, we know what we want, and so these things that don't add value to our lives, we really don't want that. Apart from decluttering the physical stuff, we also want to declutter all the other nonsense such as in our lives. This could be, say, recalcitrant relationships, people who really waste your time and energy, even things that we consume socially, things that we watch and we read. We are more careful on what we try to consume. So the premise of this video is, if you are going through midlife and you consider yourself as a mature person, I think that minimalism and simplifying really makes sense. And I am testament to that, because the more I go through this simplifying and minimalizing, the more I'm realizing what I want. It applies to everything from material stuff to experiences, also with relationships. You just want the best things in your life that will suit your life right now, not a life that you hope for, if that makes sense. By getting rid of things, we tend to find what we are looking for. So I truly believe that for you mature women and men out there, I hope that this video will inspire you to focus on a more simplified and minimalist lifestyle, and you can do it. I know that at this age we have accumulated so much, and I think for us to enjoy the next decades of our lives, it's best to have a simpler and more minimalist lifestyle. I think that's my belief, because that way we are able to focus freely and think clearly on experiences and other things to come into our lives, rather than just be bogged down with too much of material possession or just stuff in our lives. If you want to follow my journey and my experience in going through and simplifying my life, I will link a playlist of my minimalism series below so you can follow through. I started from a house full of stuff. I think I now have just 1/3 of my original stuff. I'm still going to my calling. Alright, that's it. Thank you all for watching. See you again next time. Cheers. Bye-bye.